Hello everybody and welcome to Mark Goldbridge, That's Football. I hope you're all doing well. It's episode 1. It's not episode 1 of anything. It's certainly leg 1 of a very interesting evening in the fight for top 4 in the Premier League as Leicester host Sheffield United and Manchester United play Crystal Palace at 8:15. Now you can join us on the United stand for that. We will be live. The link's in the video description. But we're starting off on That's Football with Leicester against Crystal Palace, and Leicester are without some quite significant players tonight. Their team is Schmeichel, Bennett, Morgan, Evans, Justin, and Didi, Tillemans, Thomas, Perez, Vardy, Barnes. No Maddison, no Chilwell, no Ricardo Pereira, no Sionku. This is significantly difficult for Leicester. They've started badly after lockdown and it's not getting much better for them. So interesting how that's going to pan out. Sheffield United, Dean Henderson of Manchester United Shire is our lone goalkeeper there. Basham, Egan, O'Connell, Baldock, Berg, Norwood, Osborne, Stevens, McBurney and McGoldrick, which I think makes it the same team that picked up the points against Chelsea at the weekend. Now the gap between Sheffield United and Leicester is significant. It's 5 points, but of course if Sheffield United were to win, they could close it down to 2 points, and their remaining fixtures for Sheffield United are Everton and Southampton after this. So they're difficult games. I don't think Sheffield United are going to get into the top part of this, but up the blades definitely, and I'm hoping that Sheffield United can take at least a point here. It's significant, isn't it? Michael Oliver is the referee, which is a downside. Michael Oliver to me always looks like somebody who's just been caught with their porn collection by their parents or something like that. He's always got a really red, almost awkward face, and I don't rate him as a referee, so I hope he's going to mess up for Leicester and not for us. But not for Sheffield United. I'm calling them us. But we are up and running with the second half here. McGoldrick kicks off. The timer should be on the screen. And it is. And we're up and running. So how are we all doing tonight? There's no hot mic tonight because I've got to swap chat. Basically, I've not done hot mic because I don't do hot mic on United stand. So what's happening is the first half is on Mark Goldbridge, That's Football, up until about 7:05. So we'll get about the 5 minutes into the second half, and then I'm stopping this stream, moving over to the United stand for the team news, but also keeping this on. So it will still be Leicester, Sheffield United watch along for about 40 minutes of the second half, but it will be on the United stand where we'll be keeping an eye on that and the team news as well. Pause option. I don't know why it turns this off. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new, by the way. You're all welcome. I hope you're all doing very, very well. I'm hoping that Sheffield United are going to get something tonight, but there's just something in my psyche tonight that I'm a little bit worried about things not going Manchester United's way. I don't know why, but I think United will win 2-1. My score prediction, what's your score prediction for tonight, everybody? My score prediction tonight is going to be Sheffield. Oh God, I thought they were going to score. Goal kick. McGoldrick wanted more. My score prediction is 2-1 to Leicester, and I hope I'm going to be wrong. I just got a funny feeling that Leicester are going to win this 2-1. I don't know why. I mean, to be honest, if I was a Leicester fan, I really would not be fancying this at all. I mean, it must be hard to be a Leicester fan, actually, and I'm not being sarcastic here. I'm saying it must be hard to be a Leicester fan because they have. Look, I have to say this in total fairness as a Manchester United fan, and Chelsea fans should say it as well. The reality is that Leicester have pretty much been in the top 4. They were second at one point, but they've been in top 4 pretty much since September, I think, all the way to the last 2 or 3 games of the season. They've been in the top 4, and I don't think they're going to be in the top 4. So it's rather interesting in that sense, isn't it? But we'll also be keeping an eye on another game. I'll try and keep an eye on another game. There is another game. It's Everton against Aston Villa. So what I normally can do is click it, Come on. Still 0-0 in that one. If I press down... Why is that not working? Oh, that's how it does it. Okay. That's good. Nice shirt, Mark. How can we get one? Says Michael Southcombe. I haven't put the link in the video description, but it will be in the video in the second half. So, yes, you can get it on the through the United stand. But Leicester on the attack here. Morgan. Cross comes in, back post. Leicester still got hold of the ball. Barnes. No, Michael Oliver says no handball. And another cross. And Leicester starting quite frenetically here. Tillemans tries a shot. And it's another corner to Leicester. So Leicester starting off... Dean Henderson puts his cap in the back of the goal. So Barnes crosses it in here. He wants a handball. No. Never in a million years. Never in a million years is that a handball on Sanderberg. Hey Mark, how are you? Says Aaron O'Neill. I'm good, thank you. Sanderberg says Jojo. Dean Henderson will show his quality today, says Hawks. Well, yeah, a lot of Manchester United fans will be watching this game, of course. A lot of Chelsea fans will be watching. A lot of Wolves fans will be watching. Even Spurs. I'll talk about Spurs in a minute. Spurs technically can still get top 4. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Sheffield United get rid of it. And they do get rid of it. So yeah, the race for top 4 is just really weird because you've got Sheffield United on 54 points. If they win, they go up to 57 points. Leicester would stay on 59. Tottenham are on 55. They've still got to play Leicester as well. So Tottenham would quite fancy getting in it. Wolves are on 56. 3 points behind United and Leicester. Chelsea on 63 points. I think Chelsea are pretty much... Well, Chelsea are pretty much there because Spurs can't catch Chelsea. Wolves can't catch Chelsea. Sheffield United can't catch Chelsea. So, well, they can, but they won't have the goal difference. So... Realistically, the only way Chelsea are not going to get top 4 is if Leicester and Man United get it, and I just can't see that. I think it's going to be, for me, it's going to be Man United and Chelsea, and I think United will still get third. Leicester have just got to massively improve if they're going to get it, but they might do. But teams like Sheffield United and Wolves and Spurs, they're hoping that United and Leicester drop a lot of points. So there you go. Come on, Sheffield United, says Man United, Rule 09. Is anyone seeing the game? Because I'm not, says Roberts. And Tommy 2 Tugs says, liking the new graphics for the watch-along, Mark. Thank you, Tommy 2 Tugs. Mark, why do Liverpool fans want Chelsea to win? Says Football Skills. Thanks for the super chats that are coming in. And Christopher Matthews says, just came across your channel 2 days ago from United Stand as well. Love both, love the content. Thanks, pal, and thanks for the super chat if you are new. And welcome to the members club. Really appreciate that. Love your new shirt, Mark, says Marboy. Just to talk about that, I actually quote tweeted a Liverpool fan on Twitter today because they were like, should we just lose to Chelsea and stop United getting top 4? And I replied and went, if you want to lose to Chelsea at Anfield and lose your record at Anfield, that's up to you. But you don't have any control on whether we get top 4. If you lose to Chelsea, we might not get third. But we will get top 4. Because it's in our... Well, look, I think we're going to get top 4. There's no certainties in the future, is there? But apart from death. And that's morbid. But look, Liverpool are not in control of Manchester United getting top 4 if United win all their games. So Leicester have started this game quite well, though. And Michael Oliver has given a foul there. Against Egan. Leicester have started quite well in this. Shout out, please, says Ian Hassan. I'm sorry, Sheffield. Leicester win, says ZR. And Mark, opinions on David Brooks at Bournemouth, says Alem. I mean, where do you want me to sort of put my opinion, really? Because I think he's a good player. I don't think he's a top 6 player. The 5 subs next season, is that on 3 occasions, says Burhan Tahir. Yeah, it will be the same as now. So you can use 5 subs, but you've only got 3 occasions to use all 5. Good play by Sanderberg there. I mean, for me, Sanderberg, I've got to say, a lot of people said this before, but the more I look at him, the more I sort of see a young Matic. Poor ball. I mean, Sheffield United have not started off well here. Leicester will gain confidence from this poor start by Sheffield United. I mean, Sheffield United were fantastic against Chelsea. They've had a good rest. Leicester are a wounded animal. They haven't got Chilwell. They haven't got Maddison. They haven't got Sionku. They are very, very vulnerable, Leicester. But yeah, I mean, what I would say about Leicester is if Leicester are going to get top 4, considering they're level on points with Manchester United at the moment, if Leicester are going to get top 4, then they're going to deserve it, because they've got Sheffield United tonight, they've got Spurs next week, and then they've got United. I mean, I think for them to get top 4, they've got to take probably 7 points from those games. I don't even think 6 will be enough. But they've got to take 7 points from those 3 games. I just can't see it. Unless United implode and struggle and don't beat Palace and West Ham. Will United struggle on Sunday? Ollie said it's not good enough, not enough to rest players, says Prazard. I think that game is a bit of a pain in the backside, to be honest. Yeah, I do. I'm not overly joyed about. I'm not overjoyed about that game. I'm looking forward to it, but in a sense, I'm not looking forward to it, because I think that I think it's just too short. I don't think United can pick their strongest team in it. Good chance for Leicester here. Cross coming into the back post, and Perez heads it over. Dean Henderson's like me. He looks a prat in a cap. Caps aren't for everybody. Remember beanie hats? They don't suit everybody. Over the bar. Mark, do you think Pogba will sign before end of the month? And is it definite he's signing a new contract, says Christopher Matthews? Well, look, on the United, we do get little bits of information, and you do build friendships with people when you run a fan channel as long as I have, whether that's journalists or people in and around the club. I've been told, I've done 4 videos basically on Pogba. Last summer I said he's not leaving, even though some people thought he was. That was from the club. December I was told he won't be going in January. In March I was told he won't be going this summer, and then Ollie pretty much said the same. And a couple of weeks ago I did a video saying that it's in United's hands to get Paul Pogba, because he will sign the contract if the money's right and the vision's right. So what that means is that the money's got to be right and the ambition of the club's got to be right. And if they get those two and the ambition of the club is Jadon Sancho, Champions League football. So I don't think Pogba will sign the contract before the end of the season, because he wants to see what the ambition is. But I think if United get Champions League football, he will sign the contract, yes. And he's got a big part to play in that. It's not like he's going to sit there and go, come on, lads, what are you going to do? What can you do? The Swedish national coach of Norway actually uses Berg in the Matic role in the national team, with Odegaard in Bruno's role, says my mobile Hjem Norjas. Well, the fact that he's Norwegian, and I'm not normally a big fan of lovely bit of run there from Barnes. I'm not normally a big fan of United buying Norwegian players just because Ollie's Norwegian, but obviously Haaland would have been decent, and I think Sander Berg looks decent as well. Dean Henderson trying to channel his inner Lev Yashin while wearing the cap, says if he is. Thanks for the super chats that have come in. Please subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. Remember, everybody's welcome on this channel. I do United Stand. Obviously, that's a United channel. You can watch that if you want to. There is a bit of bias on there, but on That's Football, bit of FIFA and watch-alongs. And it's coming towards quite an interesting conclusion to the season now. So do get involved. Everybody's welcome. Keep it. Banter's fine. Ray Trocum is a new subscriber. Welcome, pal. Banter is fine, but there's no need to be abusive. Vardy, he's going to score. Henderson, he saves it with his foot. Half a chance there for Vardy. You don't want him having a sniff. You don't want him. He'll sniff one sniff and you're pregnant with Vardy. He'll score. Don't worry about that. So good save by Dean Henderson. I don't think he really connected with it, but Leicester have started off worryingly well in this game. Depends which way you look at it. They're playing well. Tommy Tutug says, is it true that DT's got a tennis court under that hat? Ooh. To be honest, Dean Henderson should have made that save. Vardy didn't really connect with it well. It was accurate, but he didn't really get the power into it. I think it was going wide as well. Sheffield United not settled into this game at all at the moment. Leicester looking like a different team. Probably like they've had a kick up the backside. Transfer window opens in about a week's time, yeah. Up the blade, says Ewan from a Chelsea fan. And look, I think Chelsea and United fans, we're united on this, aren't we? We do want... Leicester have just given a corner away for nothing there. Johnny Evans. Johnny is a red. He's just gifted them a corner for nothing there, Sheffield United. Yeah, but Chelsea will want Leicester to drop points as well. I think Chelsea and United fans could be in a situation soon where we're just high-fiving each other. You know, does third really matter if you've both got top 4? Cross comes in from Sheffield United. Good punch away by Schmeichel. And that's a foul as well. That's a silly foul. You know, you're annoyed here. You're annoyed here if you are Leicester, because he's going absolutely nowhere. It's a bit like that foul that Dan James gave away the other day. It's on the right-hand side, and Baldoc's going absolutely nowhere, and Perez just fouls him. And it's allowing Sheffield United to put a free cross in here, which they're very, very good at normally. So Leicester have started well in the first 15 minutes or so. Sheffield United defending well, but not really doing much as an attacking sense. Cross comes in, and goal kick. Egan got up, I think, and he headed it wide. Yes, he did head it wide. Joel Morris says, Mark, when do the fixtures for next season come out? That's a good question, Joel. It's a very good question. I don't know the answer to. I do not know the answer to. What will your next watch-alongs be? I'm not doing West Ham Watford tomorrow night. I think it's going to be a good game, and I was thinking about doing it, but I'm actually off out to the pub. So first time wearing a mask. Will I be wearing a mask at the end of it? Check out my Insta story at Goldbridge Mark. The next watch along, I'll be doing FIFA career mode for Villa tomorrow afternoon though. That'll be back, so that's a bonus for you tomorrow. There's always a video every day, whether it's a watch along or FIFA career mode. Saturday I'm going to do Arsenal Man City on Saturday night in the FA Cup. Sunday I'm doing Tottenham versus Leicester on here, and then afterwards obviously it will be United Chelsea in the Cup. So that's how Sunday looks. And on Monday, I'm not doing anything on Monday, I don't think. Wolves, Palace, Sheffield United, Everton. No. Tuesday, Watford, Man City and Villa, Arsenal. Might do Villa, Arsenal on Tuesday. And then obviously on Wednesday, it's United, West Ham, followed by Liverpool against Chelsea. The final game of the season, I'll be doing Manchester United on United Stand as we play Leicester, but there may be interest in looking at other games dependent on what happens in the relegation battle. So, and then next month we'll be doing all the Champions League stuff, so we'll be doing watch-alongs for that as well. So subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner, you're very welcome, everybody is welcome, and we're on that road to sort of 200k on this channel now, aren't we? So that's good. Leicester on the attack again there. They have started this game well, Leicester. Wheezy wants them to win, that's fine. And thoughts on losing 29 million if we don't get Champions League football on sponsors and Adidas, says Quick Clips. Well, I think that's the same for any club, isn't it? It's more prevalent for a club like Manchester United and Chelsea because that money is significant to any club. But Brendan Rodgers is smiling. He's got his notepad out. I think he's ordering a Chinese for later. I'm going to have chicken balls, egg fried rice, beef chow mein, prawn crackers, prawn toast, crispy seaweed for the wife. She'll love it. Win, lose or draw. I'm getting some tonight. Anyway, do you think we're getting top 4, says Hello Reaper. Yes, I do. Hi, Mark. What's happened to rants on the United stand, says Adam. Left. And why did Bellingham choose Dortmund over us, do you think, says Alan? Well, it's rumoured to be 60,000. Leicester have got a corner here. Tillemans takes it. Not a very good corner, I didn't think, but it looked like it was off the training ground. And Sheffield United have dealt with it. I don't think that was off the training ground. So, I quite liked this statement here, actually. I must read this. Virtual Footy says, is this United's most important game in 7 years? No. It's one of their most important game in 7 years. But it's not our most important game in 7 years because I think the Europa League final was more important, really, because we needed to win that to get Champions League football. So, look, this is important, but I don't think it's quite as important as the winning the Europa League, if I'm honest. But it's certainly in the top 5, definitely. Who will finish higher, Spurs or Arsenal? And you're hoping for a Jose masterclass against Leicester on Sunday. I think Spurs are going to have to keep winning to finish above Arsenal, because Arsenal have got Villa and Watford as their last 2 games, and I could see Arsenal getting 6 points there. And that's what their season's all about. I mean, look, Arsenal could finish as high as 6th if they win their last 2 games, which is pretty, that Liverpool results really sort of put them in the mix. Lovely build-up play by Sheffield United. McGoldrick's offside. Who will... I've done that. Thanks for that super chat from Beats, Box Stray Beats. Brian Clever says, hope Leicester wins. Well, you're not very clever. No, of course, if you want Leicester to win, that's fine. Are you going to do Ultimate Team again, says Ian? Probably not till FIFA 21. I wouldn't want to join it that live. Sheffield United win so we can get top 4, says Feelings. And Mark, can you please put on pause mode so I can sync it when I'm watching? Pause mode's already on, mate. So it is already on. It got turned on about 15 minutes ago, so... Yeah, I can't say any more than that. It is already on. Do you, if the United versus Leicester game will be shown on TV? Says Adam. Yeah. Well, every game's. I mean, this is the thing about next season, isn't it? That not all games next season will be on the TV. I don't think, but and I think when fans are back at the ground, they will be. But yeah, it's. For this season, every game's on the TV because you can't get fans at the ground. So, will you buy a PS5 for career mode? Says Saga Kapoor. I don't know. I haven't even thought about it, to be honest. Bye Manav, you troll. And if we win Europa Net League, do we get Champions League next season? Says Dan Martin. Yes. I presume your footballing knowledge of Champions League qualification is quite basic then. Are Greenwood and Shaw ready for tonight's match, says Salah Ahmed? I don't know. Is the honest answer. I've heard different things. I hope so, but team news will be out very soon. If pausing isn't working, close YouTube and go back in. Should work after that, as it did for me, says Joseph Woodbury. Thanks for that super chat, Joseph. Yeah, just because I've turned pause on doesn't mean it's going to work for you straight away. You need to probably come out and come back in again, or refresh is the correct word, isn't it? Zane, good question, says, where do you go from here if United don't get top 4? I mean, look, you can't contemplate it until it's a reality. It's not something I or United fans or Chelsea fans or even Leicester fans, as I said, Leicester have been in the top 4 all season. They will have been preparing themselves for Champions League football. I think they're going to have to prepare themselves for potentially not having that. United, we maybe thought we weren't going to get it, and then we did, and then now I still think we will, and Chelsea fans expect to get it as well. So it would be very difficult, and I don't really want to spend too much time thinking about it, because it would be very, very difficult. If you look at the pitch now, you can see Brendan Rodgers with the big load of chairs behind him. Where Wilder is with the smaller sets of chairs, I've sat there. I've played on this pitch. Last May, I played on this pitch. I was bloody knackered. I'd love to have game footage of me playing on this pitch, actually, and just see how slow it is compared to this. Plodding along. We've had a super chat from Jester's Vengeance, who's a Chelsea fan. I remember. He says, have you noticed that in the beginning of the season, Chelsea and Man U played the same formation, 4-2-3-1, because of injuries? Now we both play 4-3-3 when our best midfields are available. Interesting. I think it's coincidence, or, yeah. Jonathan Matthews says, we can still get Champions League if we win Europa League as a last chance. Yes, we can. And what do you think about Jose saying he wants to win the Europa League again? Says Joel Morris. I bet that's music to the ears of Spurs fans when your manager says, I want to win the Europa League again. I mean, only Mourinho could twist it so it sounds like he's qualifying for the Europa League on purpose instead of the Champions League. And Diddy's got it on the edge of the box here anyway. Leicester have been good in this game. Somebody went down in the box there, but I don't think there's a penalty given. Perez, good block by Dean Henderson. And again. And a clearance. And then Diddy hit it. And it goes wide. Sheffield United are on the ropes here a little bit. They're a bit like a boxer he's had a couple of knocks to the chin. He's a little bit unsteady on his feet, but he's still standing up because Sheffield United have not played well in this game. Cross comes into the back post. Perez hits a decent volley. Henderson palms it out. Shot from Tielemans. And they're talking about a bit of a handball. I don't think there is. Jack and Life says sleep with, marry, avoid Klopp, Van Persie, Roy Hodgson. There might be a VIR. Well, I'm straight, so I don't want to sleep with, marry, or sleep or marry with any man. It's just not the way I go. You're allowed to say that you don't fancy men. So I don't want to sleep with Roy Hodgson or Van Persie or Klopp. I find them equally attractive, i.e. not attractive. I don't think, oh, Van Persie's slightly better looking than Roy Hodgson, let me sleep with him. It's just a no. It's a big fat no. So I'm not answering that question. Avoid, probably Roy Hodgson, because he just sounds a bit boring to me. I think Klopp and Van Persie would be good conversation. Nothing's doing anyway. I thought there was going to be a VAR review there, but there wasn't. Have they had the drinks break yet? I'm going to have to stretch. Nice ball out to the right-hand side here. Sheffield United, terrible cross, and Schmeichel catches it. Who had the biggest schlong? I'm not even going to read that, Tommy Two Tugs. You were bordering on being, sort of mildly funny, and you've just wandered into I'm a twat category, really. Right, we're going to get the drinks break now. There is no hot mic tonight, Joseph Phillips, because what we're doing tonight is I wanted to do this game as a watch-along, but obviously Manchester United are kicking off at 8:15. So I'm doing the first half on this channel, and then the second half I'm moving to the United stand for the team news whilst keeping this game on as a watch-along as well. So that's what I will be doing. There's James Maddison in the world's crappiest tracksuit. What is he wearing? What is he wearing? He looks like a clown. The youth of today. I mean, look, anybody under 30 is probably saying he looks cool. To me, he looks like the Chuckle Brothers did in the 80s. He looks like one of the Chuckle Brothers. A crap 80s tracksuit and a tash. Sorry. Maybe that is high-end fashion, but he just looks like a Chuckle Brother. Heard today that Inter Merry Hill is closing down as Inter have gone into administration. What a shame. Keeping the top on for the game, says Joshua Bowater. Yes, I am. So Merry Hill's a shopping centre, isn't it? That's better. Look at Sionku. He looks a lot better. He's got the club tracksuit on. He's cool with his hair. Yeah. Maddison is injured, Joseph Woodbury, yes. United aren't getting top 4, Mark. You muppet, says Gabe. You're getting blocked because I know what your name is meant to be as well. I'm not getting caught out by these twats anymore. Jonathan Matthew, what shirt are you wearing tonight, Mark? Matic. I'll be wearing this tonight, so Rashford. Thanks for the super chat, Bill Sanders. Not reading it out, though. Roger's given him another yelling too, but Roger's been yelling at them for bloody ages, and it's not working, is it? Sheffield United, Lee Kelly, have not played well in this game at all. They've been very, very, very poor so far, and Leicester have started off quite energetically, which is probably why Brendan Rodgers isn't happy, because they should probably be 1-0 up from the way that they've started the game. Will that drinks break help Sheffield United, or will it help Leicester? Rui Newman says, who's the best left-back in the league, Mark? Because I say to my Man United friends, I'm a Chelsea fan, that Shaw is up there with Robbo, but they have an agenda against their own player. Luke Shaw's a very good left-back. I still think Andy Robertson's ahead of him. I'm not going to be stupid like that. But I do think Luke Shaw is certainly in the top 3 left-backs in the Premier League. It's a shame that some United fans don't realise that, because he's been one of our best players over the last 6 months. Yeah, big shout out to Drawty for the set. We're loving it like that. Very good, isn't it? So, Another bad pass back to Schmeichel there. He's had to run out of his box to get it. 27 minutes gone. 0-0. I'd take this. I would love this result, to be honest. As long as Leicester drop points, I'm happy. But they have started off like the better side, which is only the truth. Some red cards for Leicester today would be great, says Rasmus. Well, yeah, I mean, Sionku's out for the rest of the season, isn't he? And it will never happen, but would you take Goretzka at United, says Joseph Woodbury? Yeah, he's a good player, yeah. Good player. Leicester on the attack here. Lovely little ball. Perez. Goal for Leicester. Shit. It's a good goal. Good goal for Leicester, and it's been coming. Sheffield United have started absolutely terribly. I've been calling this for a long, long time. They've started off really, really badly, and Leicester, deservedly, with their bloody B team, are scoring. Very, very frustrating, but it's a lovely worked goal. I mean, Sheffield United are playing absolutely crap. They've got a back five there, and nobody closes the ball down. What's Dean Henderson supposed to do? Looking forward to the game tonight, Mark. I'm predicting a Martial masterclass. Hopefully Henderson can do us a favour in this game, says Dylan from Clark. Unfortunately, I think he'd sent that before the goal. But lovely goal by Leicester. It's 1-0, and it's Perez who scores it. And it's only what Leicester deserve. Sheffield United, nothing like the side that tactically schooled them. James Chuckle brother, look at him. I'm going to tweet that out to make myself feel better. Bill Sanders, sorry about the last question. Couldn't resist. I'm a Real Madrid fan. Any thoughts on potential title clinch today or Zidane as coach? Thanks, Mark. I don't know. What title clinch? Is that La Liga? I think Zidane to United was a possibility when Mourinho got sacked, but not anymore. And Jordan Such, hello. He says, hi, Mark. Even if Leicester win today, I don't see Spurs losing to them on Sunday. And United will be okay as long as we are within 2 points when we play them. Bit of last day drama never hurt anyone, says Mark Whitten. I think it's... Look, I know a lot of United fans. Look, the Leicester game I think will matter anyway. Even if United are ahead of Leicester, I think it will matter. So, but yeah, I mean, if we've got to win that game, it's going to be such a tense game to play, isn't it? But I think we all would have took that at the start of lockdown. If we knew that beating Leicester would get us top four, we would have took that. It's only because we've done so well to close the gap and Leicester have done so badly that it's got sort of tighter. There's only £2 I'd take over Shaw. 2 left-backs I'd take over Shaw. Alphonso Davies and Digne. Digne's probably on par with him. I just enjoy watching how he plays more, says Joshua Barwater. And shout out Victor V, who's going to UC Berkeley, says Vesero. Dazzle McDonald says, hi Mark, big fan, getting ready for United tonight. Come on the boys. And KO Hizal says, what if Leicester win versus Spurs and today versus Sheffield and draw versus United and Chelsea win the next 2 games? We would not be in the top 4 unless we scored loads and loads of goals, because it's goal difference, isn't it? But Sheffield United have just been so disappointing tonight. They've been really, really bad. I don't know why, because they've got an opportunity to... It's not that they're not on the beach, Sheffield United, at all. They've got an opportunity to get European football. They've just played really badly. Leicester have been very, very good. And you've got to give a bit of credit to Brendan Rodgers, really, because Frank Lampard could not find a way through Sheffield United with 4 different tactics on Saturday. And tonight, Leicester have dealt with them, with a weakened side, very, very well. What do you think about the new UCL format, says Nerman? If you're talking about no second legs, it is what it is. I mean, look, I think we all prefer that, don't we? But Michael Oliver with a better first touch than Lukaku, says Joseph Woodbury. Luke Thomas has played well for Leicester today. Don't know anything about him, if I'm honest. Have you seen the High Performance podcast with Ollie that came out yesterday? An hour-long insight into him as a manager, into United. It's a must-see, says Neem. And shout out to Kobe. He's got corona and isn't well, says Tom Elliott. Shout out to Kobe. Hope you're doing well. Well, you're not doing well, are you? But you know what I mean. Oh, come on, ref. Why is the referee just turned away from what Vardy's done there? 100 mile an hour. I mean, he gets the bloody ball, but it's ridiculously reckless. I don't think Michael Oliver understands the game of football. Like, you can't, just because you get the ball doesn't mean it's a fair tackle. He could have took somebody's bloody leg off there. Oliver is just a crap ref. He's awful. That should be a free kick. Andrew Ryder says, what will be our downfall is small margins. Leicester 9-0 win versus Southampton probably has got them over the edge on goal difference, and our draw versus Southampton. Yeah, I mean, that's the very good point. A lot of people say, why have Leicester got such a good goal difference? It is because of that 9-0 against Southampton, which was a bit of a, it's a fantastic result for Leicester, but it was a bit of a freak result as well, wasn't it? Sheffield United are playing dreadful. They can't string two passes together here. Please subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. Everybody's welcome on here. FIFA Career Mode's back tomorrow afternoon at 2:30 for those people asking. And there are people asking. I'm not just, people do ask about that a lot. On the road to 191k. United stand has hit 750,000, by the way. Cross comes in, Sheffield United. It's just done very little. They've done very little in this game. In a bit. Okay. Take care. Where is he? Is that where he's staying? We're in trouble, Mark. We have to win tonight. Just keep in contact with these. It's a must-win. Big names have to turn up tonight. Pogba, Bruno, etc. Says Robert O'Malley. And welcome to the members club. Yusuf Asfor. Thanks for joining. Any news on who our left back might be tonight? Says Matthew Walsh. I don't know. I don't know who it's going to... I don't think Greenwood's going to start tonight. I think Greenwood won't start. But it does put pressure on United. And that worries me a little bit. The pressure worries me for United because they had pressure on Monday night and they didn't respond to it, did they? So there is a bit of pressure. Are you proud of That's Football or the United stand? Which would you choose if you had to give up on one? Says Saeed. Look, Manchester United's my club, isn't it? So I'm not going to... United stand is... And yeah, United stand is more important to me because it's like watching this game or watching a United game. I'm going to watch the United game. So United stand's more important to me. But as I've said, I do love this channel because it's just football. It's just the enjoyment of football, which and I like the interaction and I like just watching the football. So I do like this channel a lot. But if I had to choose, it'd have to be the United stand, of course. Of course. It was only this morning I saw the Burnley penalty incident against Wolves. How long will we have to put up with VAR? It's a complete and utter joke, says Jordan Such. Jordan, I don't think there was enough made of that. I don't understand why there wasn't. To me, it was never a bloody penalty. And it's basically probably cost Wolves a chance of getting into the Champions League. So... It's 37 minutes gone. Very good half for Leicester. Very good half for Leicester. And Sheffield United can only get better, I suppose. They've done very little in this game. Nowhere near the good work that they did against Chelsea. And Leicester have got a potential break on here. Out on the left-hand side with Harvey Barnes. Good play. Corner ball. Leicester looking very, very focused tonight. Very focused, very up for it. And Sheffield United, as I said, just not at the races. I think they probably need half-time. Game of two halves, hopefully. But Chris Wilder's sat playing Connect 4 with the T-Boy. I don't know what he's doing. Or Battleships. He's playing something. He's not watching the game. If Sheffield United lose, there's no Europa League for them. If Sheffield United lose, they'll probably finish behind Arsenal. That's how tight it is. If there was no Man United, who would you support, says the P1. It's like saying if you weren't a man and you're a woman, which man would you sleep with? Like, I don't find men attractive, so I can't answer that question. So if Manchester United don't exist, who do I support? It's the same scenario for me. I don't find other clubs attractive. Thoughts on Bellingham to Dortmund? Can you see us trying to buy him for 100 million in 3 years, says Owen Brown? I mean, there is that theory that United will do that in a few years' time, but, you know, ultimately he's decided not to come to us, hasn't he? So maybe that's the end of it for Bellingham. I really wish we'd got hold of him, but, you know. KO says, which is a bigger rivalry as a United fan, Chelsea United or Arsenal United? Talking about Premier League era. No, I mean, technically you could say Chelsea, but I think it's Arsenal because of the rivalry we had in the late 90s, which was a proper rivalry. Blake the Third says, hi Mark, nobody talks about the penalty Wolves had against Everton. It was very similar to Bruno's and nobody's complaining about it. #agenda. Well, yeah. But that's because United are always going to be front page news, aren't they? So that's just the way it is. Everybody watches United, don't they? So everyone's got an opinion. Back's really hurting me tonight. Come on the blade, says SMN Volts. I think if Leicester get a second goal, it's game over here. Five minutes to half time. What are the biggest problems in United, says Abanab? I don't think there are big problems with United at the moment. I think United are playing very, very well. You know, we didn't lose to Southampton. We just made a mistake late on. You know, a couple of players didn't play well. That's basically what happened. What t-shirt am I wearing today? This one, Marcus Rashford, Manc born and bred. So hopefully he'll score. Nugget, who's a Spurs fan, says, where do you think Spurs will finish? I think Spurs might finish 6th. Ben says, are you concerned? I mean, look, if Leicester win, it puts pressure on United. And do United do well under pressure? Well, they're going to have to do well under pressure, aren't they? I mean, look, we're under pressure if Leicester win this game because Chelsea have won, Leicester have won. There's no points dropped, so you've got to win. And Mariano says, if we don't make top 4, we still have a chance to get Champions League by winning the Europa League. Yeah, we do, but I still think that would be a big disappointment because to not get top 4 from this position would mean that we bottled it to a certain extent. How do you respond to people bantering us saying, why do we want Champions League football because we have no chance of winning it? Says Pig Den 15. Because I want Champions League football because it's better than the Europa League, and I also believe that United are improving. So, look, I wouldn't say we've got a chance of winning the Champions League next season, but you don't know who might come in if we do get Champions League football. So, I'm going forward backwards. I am not, says Daniel Luciano. And Sheffield United goal versus Villa not counting cost them the chance of top four, says the P1. Yeah, I know they were bad. They were really bad after lockdown, weren't they? And then they've suddenly just sort of rejuvenated themselves. Although tonight they look really bad again. But Splashnet says that Sheffield United are starting to improve a bit. They've had no shots on target though, and Leicester have had 4. Leicester deserve to be in front at the moment. Can't lie. I can't lie. Lineups are not out for another half an hour yet, Mohammed, so we will give you those. Any ideas on the next shirt coming out, says Daniel Luciano? I don't really know. I don't really know. United shirt release really isn't a big deal for me. Finnan says, what did you make of Liverpool losing last night? Well, look, at the end of the day, Arsenal had 2 shots on goal and they scored them both, and they both came from mistakes. So, I mean, Liverpool are not the Liverpool that were going for the title. They've already won the title and they look like a team that's playing in third gear. So that's one reason why they lost. Another reason why they lost was, silly mistakes. And another reason they lost was poor finishing. I mean, Salah had 2 golden opportunities as well. So, I mean, I don't think Liverpool fans will really care, but it was probably just one of those days. And Arsenal benefited from it. Will we ever see Oldham back in the Premier League, says Adam Langley? Never say never. You just don't know. You might see Brentford in the Premier League next season. Will we ever see Oldham winning a Premier League? I can categorically say no. Daniel Luciano says, I mean United stand shirts, Mark. Well, they are out. They're in the video, link in the video description of the United Stand video. Aston Villa career mode is back tomorrow, I justify. Tomorrow afternoon, live on this channel at 3 o'clock. So we're about a minute away to half time here. Wes Morgan looks like he's put on a bit of weight. It looks like he's come out of retirement. I haven't seen him play for ages. Captain Morgan, wasn't he, for the Premier League when they won the Premier League? How would you cope with another year of the Europa League, says Govand. I don't want United to be in the Europa League for another year, but I'd rather have the Europa League than nothing. I'd be very disappointed. Sheffield United, back post. And when was the last time you watched a game at Old Trafford, says Heyman 57. I think the last time I was at Old Trafford, I played at Old Trafford. That was a year ago. The last time I went to a Manchester United game at Old Trafford was Southampton, March. So I normally go, because I do watch-alongs and everything like that, I normally go for a Saturday game at 3 o'clock. And there aren't that many of them. And then it's got to be at Old Trafford as well. So I don't think I'll be going for a while. I don't think anyone will be going for a while. But it's been too long, hasn't it? It's been too long for everybody now. If Leicester win and we lose, is it over, says Extra Z? No. No. It'd be very hard, because it'd be harder, but it won't be over, because Leicester would be 3 points ahead of us with a better goal difference, but they've still got to play Spurs. We've got to play West Ham. So if they drop points and we beat West Ham, we would be maybe level with them, or if they draw, they'd be a point ahead. Then if we beat them on the final day, we'd go ahead of them. So it's not actually over if United lose tonight, but it would make it hard. It would definitely make it hard. I mean, I suppose that's always been the fear, isn't it? Leicester can't keep playing badly forever. You know, there is a reason why they've been in the top 4 all season. Recently, since Christmas as well, not just since lockdown. They've been really bad, haven't they? But your hair is very grey. Is it the green screen? Says Fly Said not. Well, I probably do have a bit. Well, no, it's a fade. It's called a fade. It's not grey, it's a fade. It's half time as well, so it's time to have a stretch, which I'm going to do. because the back's playing up and I've got a long night ahead of me. We've got United stand obviously to come. United against Palace. Second half of this game as well. And it's 1-0 at half time. Stop the clock. Stop the clock. Jordan Such says, how long are Leicester missing Ricardo and Chilwell for? I don't know. I mean, James Maddison looks like he sort of might be back fit soon. Sionku's going to miss all their games. Ricardo Pereira's not back until next season. I mean, just be typical of Leicester, won't it? No Maddison, no Chilwell, no Sionku, no Ricardo Pereira, and they're actually playing the best they've played. You just can't. You can't buy it. You can't buy it. Remember, Leicester were winning 1-0 against Bournemouth at half time and ended up losing 4-1. So never say never, says Siraj. And do you watch the Peaky Blinders? Says question mark. Yes, I do. And that ball top right brings the IR Toure days back, says Mackenzie 10. And Greenwood t-shirt next, Mark, says James Wright. I think we do need a Greenwood t-shirt. I think that is in the works, actually. So frustrated. Sheffield suddenly decided to play like crap, says Nanny Montana. Looks like we need to take care of our own business on the last day. Well, look, I think many Man United fans would have took that, to be fair, wouldn't they? What do you think of the new defender we signed today, says Anthony? I don't know. I've not, to be honest with you, today, because it's match day, I did the morning show, and then I've been out. I've not really been on social media today, so I've not caught up with Man United news. I was going to do it in a bit. Quite a silent viewer, but thanks for all you've done, says Daniel Jones. Made coping with lockdown so much better and love what you do. Have a pint on me. Thanks, Daniel Jones. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Got nearly 10,000 people watching, which is fantastic for a game like this. I hope you're going to join us on the United stand for Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. I think whether you're a United fan or not, it's a huge game, isn't it? And look, there'll be a lot of people hoping that United drop points. There's a lot of people like myself who hope that United win. I think we are going to win, but I think nerves is... Look, I'm nervous as a fan, so I'm sure the players are nervous. And they were definitely nervous on Monday night. They didn't do what I thought they were going to do, and many others did. So I think, myself and many United fans are more realistic tonight. I was very confident we'd beat Southampton. The time is now. We're a better team than we have been, but we didn't. So I'm approaching this game thinking, look, United should win it, but also approaching it knowing that anything can happen in the Premier League. And look, we saw it last night, didn't we? Liverpool are miles better than Arsenal, but Arsenal won 2-1. So of course Crystal Palace can beat United. Of course they can. Mark, is it actually true that Mason Greenwood's injured? Says Anch. I don't know. I know he's got a knock to the ankle, and I know Luke Shaw's got a knock to the ankle. Whether they'll both start, I don't think so. But I think Luke Shaw will start and then be rested at the weekend because Brandon Williams can play. I don't think he'll do it the other way round unless he's going to rest Luke Shaw for a couple of games. Can see Dan James getting a start tonight, says Kean Fagan. Thanks for the super chat, I agree. And Luke Purdy says, after such a good run and to not get top four, would it feel like the unbeaten run would be pointless? Mate, but you know what? This has happened to United before. When Ollie first came into the job and Mourinho had been sacked, we were like 14 points off top four. He gets us within touching distance of top four. He gets given the job and then we blow it. So this is what a few people are scared of. It would not be the first time we've gone on a great run, got within touching distance of what we want and then bottled it. So this is what United need to stop. But Dylan says it's time to pump it up, and it is time to pump it up. It's time for Manchester United to pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Brad Cope says, what do you think of Stoke? In total ignorance, I don't even know what league Stoke are in. I presume they're in the Championship. We need a McGoldrick second half hat-trick, says Josh Amos. We do. We need Sheffield United in that half. We're very disappointing, and Leicester were very, very impressive. Leicester deserve to be leading. They may even have an argument to be leading 2-0. So, yeah, it's looking good. It's football, eh? It's always our way. I thought they kicked off the second half then. Sorry about this. I am live, and I'm going to be live a lot tonight, so I just need to always having to sort a couple of things out. So, do I predicted Leicester to win 2-1 though. I wish I bloody predicted something else now, but I just had that. I did just have that funny feeling that it wasn't going to go our way tonight. So, not in relation to Leicester. I still think it can go United's way in relation to United, but it's looking good for Leicester at the moment, isn't it? Please subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. Everyone's welcome on here. Next watch along is going to be Man City Arsenal on Saturday night in the Cup, but FIFA Career Mode will be back tomorrow. Fuse Oliver says, do you like Burnley? I mean, I've got a bit of a love-hate relationship with Burnley, mainly because of FIFA Career Mode, but I don't dislike Burnley. I quite respect what Burnley did against United at Old Trafford in January. They deserved it, but I've got to be honest, they annoyed me last night, but it wasn't their fault, it's the referees. Leeds have won 1-0, so glad they will be back in the Premier League next season, says Jordan Such. Have they actually won, Jordan? Have they actually won? They're holding on 1-0 at the moment. Well, they've pretty much won, yeah. So I think that puts Leeds in the Premier League. I'm glad to see Leeds back in the Premier League. It's been too long. I know there's a big rivalry there, but it's I'd rather be playing Leeds than anybody else. So 2 games to go. Their goal difference. Well, no, they're not definitely up, Jordan, because their goal difference isn't better than Brentford's. So Brentford could win their last 2 games and be level on points with Leeds. So they're virtually there, but they're not quite there yet. They could lose their last 2. West Brom and Brentford could win their last 2, unless West Brom are playing Brentford, in which case. No, they're not. So they're not definitely promoted yet, Brendan. Whoever said it, sorry. They're not in the Premier League yet. They can't be. They need a draw. They still need a point. So yes, Mr. Turtle's right. He's intelligent. I mean, they basically are promoted, but yeah, they're not technically. United are only 4 goals behind Chelsea as of right now and 5 behind Leicester. Also, love your dedication to both channels. Really hope we get top 4, says Justin Block. We're not. We're not goals behind. We're definitely not goals behind Chelsea. We've got a way better goal difference than Chelsea. Our goal difference at United is 26. Chelsea's is 15. And Leicester's is 30. So we are 5 goals behind. No. We're 4 goals behind Leicester. But we're ahead of Chelsea. We've got a better goal difference, Justin. Why all of a sudden don't you want Bellingham when you said it would be a superb if he signed for United, says Jonathan Stephen? I mean, this is a prime example of people putting words into your head. I've never said that I don't want Bellingham. So why all of a sudden are you talking crap, Jonathan, in the nicest possible way? Because I've never said I don't want Bellingham. We're not getting Bellingham. I think in life, when you're not would it be worth Chelsea fans saying, or Liverpool fans saying, I want Werner when he's gone to Chelsea? He's never going to Liverpool now, is he? So Bellingham's going to Dortmund. I just accept that he's gone there. I haven't said I don't want the player. I wanted him to come to our club. I'm disappointed, but I've never said that I don't want him. So I don't know where that's coming from. Did you go to any GAA games in Ireland? If so, which? Says Connor Mullin. No, I went to loads of concerts over there, but no, I didn't go to any. I didn't go to any of the games, so I didn't. Come on the Blade, says Iron 7. Ian says, do you think Sheffield United will turn it round? Broken Tambourine says, who's the most underrated player at United? Definitely Luke Shaw. Our fan base is just ridiculous. I mean, he actually is one of the best left-backs in the country, and there are quite a significant amount of United fans who just don't rate him. It's crazy. It's mad. So he's massively underrated. Do you do anything in your life other than YouTube, says Yahya? Well, I don't just sit and go live. I do go to the toilet. I sleep. I spend time with my family. I eat. So yeah, I do other things other than click the live button. I love Shaw. He's the best left back in the league. I don't like these stat merchants, says the real Voltsy. And Wilder needs to give us a bollocking during half because we are getting hammered, says Adam Chambers. Yeah, it's not been very good, has it, from Sheffield United? Would you take Calvin Phillips at United, says Owen Brown? Well, I think if you understand the rivalry between Manchester United and Leeds United, that deal doesn't happen anyway. And I know Alan Smith happened, but I don't see that happening at all. The Leeds and Manchester United rivalry is bigger than Arsenal. It's bigger than Chelsea. It's a proper rivalry. It's not the same as Liverpool or Man City, but it's a big rivalry between United and Leeds. So maybe some of our fans aren't aware of what that rivalry is. But yeah, I don't see a Leeds player coming to Manchester United. The lineup is out very soon. It's out in about 10 minutes, actually. Let me just double check that that is the case, because it is a 8:15 kick-off for United, isn't it? Pretty sure. Yeah, it is. It is. And we'll be having a little bit of a celebration on the United stand when we go live on there, because we've hit 750,000 subscribers, which is... It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And it's only down to you lot. So, well, maybe not you lot, because you might not watch the United stand, but 190,000 subscribers on here is down to you lot, which is amazing. It'd be nice to get to 200k on here, which you know, who knows what this channel can become. Everybody is welcome on here, so please subscribe to the channel if you're new, bottom right hand corner, and get involved. Yeah, you're very, very welcome. We've got over 9,000 watching. I really enjoy doing this channel, and I hope that people enjoy it as well. I really like the little, I've just noticed as well, the little fox and blades down there. I like that from Drawty. He's a graphical genius, so he is. So the water sprinklers are on at Filbert Street. No, it's called the King Power now. Filbert Street was their old ground. Tottenham Leicester on Sunday afternoon. We will be doing a watch along for that. And yeah, we're coming towards the end of the Premier League season now, aren't we? Virtual Footy says, do you think Grealish will go to Chelsea? I think if they get Havertz, they won't get him. Liverpool better beat Chelsea, says Coven. I do think Liverpool will get something against Chelsea. I mean, that sounds ridiculous. It's at Anfield, and Liverpool are quite clearly the best team in the country by a long way. But surely Liverpool won't want to lose at Anfield, because they've got... How long is the record that they're unbeaten at Anfield? You don't want to lose that. You want to keep that going. As a manager and as a set of players, you want to keep... That's very important for next season for Liverpool. You know, if they lose to Chelsea to try and stop United getting top four, I just don't think it's... I don't think that comes into the mind of Liverpool, really, because, you know, they're unbeaten at Anfield for a long time. They can keep that going for a long time, and it makes Anfield into more of a fortress, which means that next season they've got that psychological advantage on any team that comes to Anfield. Do you want to give that up just to maybe stop United getting top four, which they might not stop them anyway? Totally understand the rivalry, but we did get Alan Smith, as you said, so you never say never. I reckon he's a good alternative to Bellingham, says Owen Brown. And Gamba says, the Prem aren't doing goal difference anymore, Mark. They're basing it off head-to-head matches when it comes to Champions League qualification. Love the content. But that's not actually correct. That's not actually correct. I thought that was the case, and I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago, and it's not the case. It's still goal difference. How will the 2021 season work with the World Cup, says Michael E. I think they'll have a break over Christmas, won't they? But it won't be the 2021 season. It'll be the 21-20 season. No, it'll be the 2021-22 season. That's when the World Cup is, isn't it? Manchester United's lineups are not out because it's not even an hour before kickoff yet. So they're not out yet. They come out in about 10 minutes' time. So we're about to kick off for the second half here. Three substitutions for Sheffield United. No messing around here. You can't knock the manager. And Kutsu's Monday says, we're going up as champions, Mark. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Welcome. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing Leeds in the Premier League. United Stand is going to be on Sorrow Heel's turn. We're just going to move from one channel to another in about 5 minutes' time. So, yeah, I'm still going to keep the Leicester game on, but I'm going to move over to the United Stand for the team news, and obviously we'll just carry on watching the second half, but it'll be on the United Stand. I think I've dropped the link in the video description, actually. Yes, I have. So, yeah, it will literally be seamlessly from one stream to another. Sheffield United. Hopefully, we're going to get a better second half. Do you think ITV are replacing Clive, Mark, says Rohan? No, I just think they're sort of forcing him out the door, really, aren't they, by demoting him? Oh, I've not started the clock. What a prat. Ah. There we go. This is rough, Mark, says Kyle. Do I make... I tell you what, I'm struggling with my back tonight. I really am. It's not a good start to the streams that we are doing tonight. We need Leicester to... Well, if you're a United fan, you don't want Leicester to win, and they are winning. And we need Manchester United to beat Crystal Palace. Team news is out in about 5 minutes. You're right, yeah. In fact, I think now's a good a time as any. Where did you live in Ireland? Love the crack here, says David Brazel. Thanks, pal. And congratulations on 750,000 subscribers, and I love your content, says Virtual Footy. Great. Right, I'm actually going to make an executive decision here because the Man United team news is going to be out in the next 5 minutes. Obviously, I'm going to keep watching this game, but I need to move over to the United Stand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this stream. I'm going to move to the United Stand. I'm going to keep this game on. I'm going to keep the timer running. So everybody, there's a link in the video description, hopefully. Crystal Palace versus Manchester United watch along. Just come off here. Well, you don't have to, but that's what I'm going to do. If you want to, click the link in the video description or go to the United Stand. I'm going to be live there in about 2 minutes' time. I'll keep the clock running and we'll just shift over now. So I will see you on the United Stand in about 2 minutes, and I'll keep the clock running as well. And I'll see you over there. Links in the video description.